Happy Father's Day, Gene. I'm tired, but not ready for bed yet. So here I am. I'm alright. Like I said, I'm tired, just not ready for bed yet. Gonna play a little, but mostly just want to talk. How are you tonight, Gene? Dark Link, Ashley, good evening. And Gene, what do you mean people being weird again? Like, or weird behavior? What happened? What are you doing up so late, Ashley? Can't sleep? Louis V, good evening. I knew you'd think so, Louis V. This game is fucking awesome, and it only gets better as it progresses. Like, even if you think it starts off slow, the more you play it, the better it fucking gets. It's my pleasure, my friend. That's what I'm here for. So, I just got done talking to my twin brother tonight. I'm gonna make this in my review video, one of my rants and such and such. But we just had a nice long conversation about, well, a lot of things. But one thing I know I want to talk about, one thing I think I'll talk about tonight was take as as content creators and criticism. Oh, Gene, you made the right you made the right move. Jay, good evening. Someone takes a joke too far, yeah. Sometimes you gotta send them packing. Anyways, um, raise your hand if you know of the anime Bleach. Anybody? All right, Louis V, you've heard of it. Jay, same with you. Gene, good. Elikin Godwin, Rayo Navarro, good to see everybody. So we've all heard of Bleach. Okay, so the creator of Bleach, Tite Kubo. Uh, I read a post by him recently, today, in his response to people's criticism of Bleach, of him and his fucking magnum opus Bleach, and he had something interesting to say. I'm not going to read the entire post, but I am going to summarize the good bits. It basically boiled down to, if you are so convinced that you can do better, then do better. If you can create something better than me, better than Bleach, then and receive none of the criticisms that I've received, then go right ahead, do it. But if you can't, Shut the fuck up. He don't want to hear it. If you don't think you can do better, or more specifically, if you think you can do better, then go right ahead. Do better. Come on out. You think you can make a better version of Bleach or write Bleach or whatever? If you think you can do better, come out and do better. But if you can't do better than that, if they're better than me, if you can't get editors to approve your art, your story, of course, Gene. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. He's right. He's 100% right. Because right now we live in an age where everyone thinks they are armchair critics and talk like a lot of the critics you see that are popular, not necessarily like an actual professional critic, but a lot of motherfuckers these days in our internet culture just thinks they're a fucking critic. Like their shit talking is actual criticism. Or talk like they can do better, make a better version of what the person who's putting themselves out there, putting out their creation, they think they can do better. And so Tite Kubo, instead of defends his work, not only defends his work but and himself, he put out a challenge to all these people. He straight up says to them, if you can do better, come do better. Convince editors that you got a great story that they'll print, or that they'll approve of. Find a publisher. Write a story. Draw a picture. Put your shit out there. And the market is competitive. Yeah, of course. And it's hard, for sure. But if you think you can do better than me, then do better. And me and my brother, we were talking about this, right? We were just like, because to all the critics out there, where's your all the critics out there, where's your top 3 anime of the early 2000s? Where's your top 3 anime? Where's your best-selling manga? No, I actually understand that now. Being a content creator, I get it. I get that. Because there are a lot of people who talk a lot of shit. Like, a lot. There's fair criticism to be had of Bleach. Don't get me wrong. But there are a lot of people who just genuinely, just bitterly, condescendingly talk shit. And to those people, I say, and so I agree with Tite Kubo. I would say, if you motherfuckers think you can do better, then do fucking better. Put your shit out there. Let's see if you'll have lunch boxes with your characters on it. Comic cons filled with people dressed in your characters. People quote us saying Bankai and shit. See if you get the prime time slot on Adult Swim. People listening to the music of your anime to this day. No? Can't do all that? Shut the fuck up. That is a fair defense mechanism, I would say, to have. And one I think a lot of content creators should have. Because for better or worse, if you're putting something out there, you are doing better than the people who aren't. Who got a lot of shit to say, but aren't putting anything out there. That's why usually when I criticize something, I'm never going to shit talk the creators. And 2, even if I don't like something, I'm not going to shit talk it. Like I've said before, I don't like Black Myth Wukong. Not because it's bad, it just wasn't for me. Not my kind of story, not my kind of game. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to shit talk the effort, the creation, and the effort that motherfuckers put in to make that thing. Because clearly a lot of heart and soul went into it. I'm not gonna knock that. But it wasn't for me. But there are a lot of critics, quote unquote, these days who will do exactly that. If they don't like it, then it's the worst fucking thing. The creator is awful, and it's just the worst fucking thing, and it deserves to crash and burn. And to that I say unto them, since you feel that way, why don't you create something better? Since you're so certain that my thing is so shit, surely you can create something better, right? Exactly, Gene. Exactly, Elegant. That's how I look at it now. I don't think I can make anything better than Black Myth Wukong. That's why I'm not gonna shit talk it like it's the worst fucking thing. I'm just gonna say, it wasn't for me, and leave it at that. Not bad, just not for me. Because I don't think I can do better. I know I couldn't. So I'm not gonna make it my whole goddamn personality to shit on it. But we live in an age in the digital age. Unfortunately, it's given everyone has a microphone, and unfortunately, everyone having a microphone has given undue fucking um, confidence to people whose opinions would be better left in the trash. Like the type of people you wouldn't give a microphone to if you had the power to take it from them. There are a lot of people. Everyone has a microphone now. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of people, and unfortunately, people take their criticisms as being on equal footing to the equal footing in value to that of the content creators themselves, of people who make these projects and such and such. My opinion is just as valid as that of the person who created the thing I'm criticizing. And actually, no, the fuck it isn't. If you ain't got the fucking credentials to back up your criticisms, like, it'd be one thing if from one content creator to another you criticize them. Then it holds some weight. But if you're just some random dipshit sitting in your computer chair who didn't like a thing and you decide to shit on that thing, I'm sorry, but your opinion is not. Your opinion, although valid, you may have that. You are free to have that opinion. It is by no means on the same footing as the person who actually put in the fucking work to create the thing you're criticizing. Exactly, Louis V. The internet empowered a lot of people who should not have had any power, to put it bluntly. The internet empowered a lot of people to feel certain ways that should not have been validated, but unfortunately have been validated by the internet. It's given people, again, undue to the feeling and weight to their opinions that would have otherwise been laughed out the room. Nuts. And that's something worth noting to me. Exactly, Gene. The internet hasn't created entitled people who don't understand how real people work. People who have no... Story, good to see you. People who have no connection whatsoever to, like, the gaming industry, for example. No connection, have no ties, no understanding of how game development works. I know I don't. But these motherfuckers come out and talk so much shit about so many games. Kurashima, good to see you. Blake Daniels, same to you. They talk so much shit about so many games and people's hard work and passion and things they poured their fucking heart and soul into. But they talk like they're authorities on the matter, even though they have no experience with the gaming industry. Gene, don't even get me started on the culture war, anti-woke versus woke narratives. If there's anything that's empowered some of the most mouth-breathing dipshits, it's that. There's so much work that goes into creating a game, and more work than I've ever put in my life, for damn sure, Elikin. For damn sure, but they piggyback. See, they piggyback off of people's ignorance. Right now, the big ignorant thing is not knowing what the fuck is and is not woke, right? So they just call... So they know that there's an already pre-established audience of people who don't like things that are woke. However vaguely defined, if you put the word woke in front of it, though that audience that already exists are gonna fucking just jump on that. Be like, yeah, woke bad. That woke game, fuck that game. That type of shit. It is the most mind-numbingly fucking dumb criticism you're ever gonna find. Period. Like going back to the original point, the internet has entitled a lot of fucking really dumb people. Like, I know it's not cool to say that because a lot of people feel like, oh, I might offend them. No, I'm sorry, but they're dumb people. If your biggest criticism of a video game, for example, is that it's woke, you are actually stupid. You are actually a dumb person. Period. And I mean by every objective measure of stupidity. You don't understand. You don't understand how anything works. You don't understand what makes it good or bad, for that matter. You don't understand how much work went into the thing that you're criticizing. Hey, Leah. Oh, shit. We need to talk to our neighbors about that. I know it's not sometimes it's guys. I'm going to go talk to them tomorrow. Like, can y'all stop parking in our spots, please? I know y'all have, because they have a lot of guests over. So I'm going to go talk to them. Like, can you just leave, we just have 2 cars. Leave 2 slots. For now. Soon we have 3, yeah. But, yeah, I'll talk to them. Nice. Good. Right on. You gonna be up for a while? Same here. That's why I'm streaming again. Because I am wide awake. But as I was saying, everybody, fucking, there is fair criticisms to be had. Oh, actually, hold on, stand by. Let me step back a bit. Gene, what you just said. Me personally, MK1 came to play a fighter, not fashion model. Plus, it's a fantasy. Okay, Gene, I know what you're referring to. I know what you're referring to. The criticisms about how the women look in fucking with the women's outfits and such are designed in like the most recent Mortal Kombat's compared to how they used to be designed in like the early 2000s. Yeah, we came to play fucking Fantasy Warriors, not fucking fashion models, though. Just an aside, I like to look fashionable when I play my games. All right, when I play my fantasy games, I want to look cool. All right, I like fashion, just to be clear. But so I'm not knocking that, just to be clear. But there is a clear distinction, right? We're playing, when you play a game like Mortal Kombat, you are there to fuck somebody up and then brutally murder them. I'm not there to fucking see hot women and jerk off, because if you do both in a game about brutally murdering each other, I kind of am a little worried about your mental health at that point, and you should probably be locked up for life. But that's neither here nor there. Infinity Gaming, good to see you. The Bread Lord, same to you. I remember the criticisms you talk about. Like, people really were shitting on. Good shit, Bread Lord. Arlecchino was a bitch. I loved him. A lot of people were shitting on the most recent Mortal Kombat's of the last few years because the women are more dressed rather than wearing fucking lingerie like they used to in the early 2000s. And all I can think to myself is like, did any of you ever grow up? Manny, good to see you. Like, at
Hello,
all?
good sir.
Seriously, like, the times have changed. Nicholas Lee, good to see you. Times have fucking changed, and I do try, Louis V. I do try.
What did I stumble into?
All right, I'll summarize for all the new people in here because everybody just rolled up in here. Basically, I was talking about how, and actually, Manny, you might appreciate this. Me and my twin brother were talking about like media criticism, media criticism, and content creation. And the example I brought up was the creator of Bleach, Tite Kubo, the anime Bleach. Yeah, that shit was stupid, B. Um, media criticism Media criticism and content creator Tite Kubo has said to his critics, essentially, what boils down to, if you think you can do better than me, then fucking do it. If you think you can make something better than what I've made, then go right the fuck ahead and do it. And if you can't, shut the fuck up. I figured you would appreciate that, Manny, as a creator yourself, a writer, author, and creator yourself, as a necessary defense mechanism to, shitty critics out there. I mean, there's fair criticisms to be had, don't get me wrong, but a lot of our criticisms these days come from disingenuous assholes with no experience with anything and no appreciation for anything. They just want to shit talk things because, well, it gets them good big internet likes to jump on a bandwagon, a hate bandwagon or whatever. But before I continue, let me read some of these comments. And they say because LGBT and woke content, which is not. Oh, I know what you're referring to in that as well, Gene. Gene, first let me define wokeness for everybody. For those who who don't know, the original, real definition, you can look it up yourselves, of wokeness is awareness to societal injustices. It's not defined exactly. It is particularly pertaining to racism, but that's it. That's literally it. Look it up. What is the definition of wokeness? The Wikipedia, like the original definition when the term was first coined, to be woke, was just be awareness to societal injustice. That's it. That's literally all it meant. I think it was Tupac or it was a rapper or whoever the fuck started the term. To be woke, like stay woke, is how it was phrased. That's how it was phrased. Like that. That's what it always meant. But then it got co-opted and fucking applied to everything, essentially. The quality of being alert to and concerned about social injustice and discrimination. Exactly. Gamer Mindset, good to see you. I'm doing all right. Infinity Gaming, good to see you too. I'm doing great. How y'all doing? E-Jarm, that's literally what people think now. When someone is complaining about something being woke, what they literally mean is like, oh, it has a woman lead or strong women characters. It has non-white people in it. It has fucking now white people too. White people are included in the wokeness too, but a certain type of white person. Hell yeah, Kurashima. Like, it just means a type of now it just means, at least in the popular culture, something I don't like. Wokeness is whatever I don't like. Oh, this is woke, so I don't like it. Oh, it's coined by Jamaican philosopher Marcus Garvey. Nice. But I was used in popular culture, I think, by a rapper. That's what I remember. When he kept saying, like, in his song, stay woke. Hey, Win, good to see you. And I'm just like, if that is your deepest criticism of a game, piece of media, or whatever, that it's woke. If that's the deepest your criticism goes, not of any particular mechanics, not of whether or not it's grotesquely monetized, like how the game is monetized, not of any particular story or narrative elements, of its music or lack thereof, or anything of actual fucking substance. I don't give a shit what you have to say. Good shit, Awen. I'm working on my New Game Plus 5. I don't give a shit what I have to say if you have nothing of substance worth saying. I really think we need to get back, bring bullying back, but specifically for dumb people. Not for someone for being black or, nerdy or anything like that. Just for being dumb. Bully dumbasses, please. You have my permission. If someone is saying something just really fucking stupid and obnoxious, then bully them, mock them, make fun of them, Let them know that they're stupid, because they are. But going back to my original topic with regards to fucking, uh, criticisms and consecration. Oh, by the way, happy Father's Day, everybody. I hope everyone's having had a good day today. It's late, and I'm up because I can't sleep, and I just feel like talking. I hope you enjoy my rants. I hope you all enjoy my rants, sincerely. Some people have come, some people have gone. Maybe some of y'all don't want to hear my rants. I don't know. But whatever the case may be, I do appreciate those of you who are here. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, by all means, lay them on
My
me,
kids
y'all.
can't sleep for some reason, so I am up as well.
It be like that, Manny. It be like that. Thank you, Kurashima. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, right? Go ahead, Gene, take your shower. If you are not putting something out there to be criticized, then although you have the freedom to have an opinion, I think your criticisms hold next to no weight compared to someone that's actually put something out there. Thank you, Tactics. I do enjoy having something to be passionately talking about. But I think I've kind of covered all the bases with that topic. I had another one that me and my brother talked about too. Video game difficulty and such, and media literacy. And I'm going to make individual videos about this too, by the way. I really do plan to do that. I look forward to doing it.
But to elaborate on editors, they're also against particular character motifs and narrative choices.
Yeah, but an editor, I expect that of an editor. What I don't want to hear that from is random dipshit number 1000 who lives in just lives in bumfuck nowhere and has edited, created, done nothing other than just criticize things he doesn't like. Is what I'm trying to say, Manny. And I think he might have got filtered because maybe, I don't know. With regards to media literacy and such and video game difficulty, I think personally that people, even content creators, like people who make a lot of video games, who made a lot of these Souls-likes, I think they entirely got the wrong idea about what made Souls games their formula good in the first place. You get what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people got the formula. There's a reason why although there's so many Souls-likes, not many of them are actually good. Because people misunderstood what made the formula of what made a Souls-like good in the first place. Palatable, likable, popular. And that includes... my night's going well, Kurashima. Thank you for asking. Damn right, Awen. And that includes fans of these very genres. I think a lot of people lack the media literacy to even understand what they like about these games. Because, let's take, for example, Souls veterans and such. People who played all the Souls games and such and such. They pride themselves on beating these hard fucking games. The Souls series, notoriously hard and unforgiving games. Let me tell y'all a secret, if you didn't already know this. Yo Vito, good evening. Souls games aren't hard. They aren't. The original Souls series is not hard. It's not. Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3 are not hard. Challenging to an extent. In some places, sure. But I will
They're challenging, but not necessarily hard.
Bingo. They're challenging, but not necessarily hard. And that distinction right there, Manny, is important to make. Challenging in places, but not necessarily hard. Kurashima, you think that's the point? That's the point of those games, is because that's the pop culture idea that people have in their head, that the point of those games are to be hard. And if you come to that conclusion, then you misunderstood those games. They're meant to be challenging and immersive. Like the world, you're supposed to be immersed in the world, read all the item descriptions, and explore this world and learn about it to the best of your ability. And of course, fight everything along the way. Save or destroy the world, whatever the case may be. They're supposed to be challenging and immersive. But what people get immersed in is not necessarily the challenge, but the idea of the challenge in their heads. You get what I'm saying? All they remember is that the games were hard, or the hard time that they had. And so they take pride in beating a hard game. Y'all get what I'm saying? Exactly, Awen. They are each-arm because everyone wants that same type of cult following, but they fundamentally misunderstand what makes these games good. So here's the formula, or the top three pieces of the pie. Oh, they do, Louis V. They do. They most of the time, once you figure out how to play a Souls game, they're all pretty formulaic and goddamn easy. Like, some bosses may be a challenge, but if you actually know what you're doing, you're not gonna have that hard of a time. You're really not. You're really not. Once you know what you're doing, it's easy peasy pizza pie. But the three fucking keys to a Souls game. Dying matters, as we all know. When you die, you lose your souls or whatever. Come back. If you fail to collect those souls and die again, you lose them for good. So you can't level up or nothing or buy things. In other words, death has consequences. That's one. Number two, level design. It can be simple or intricate, but either way, the levels are supposed to be designed in a way that they're challenging, but also rewarding to explore. You have traps and this, that, and the third, and enemy placements in very inconvenient places, but the whole idea is to make the level worth exploring, and then have shortcuts to checkpoints and such, sites of grace, yada, 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 so that way you can skip past all the horrid shit you explored through, so you don't have to deal with that shit again. And then finally, the challenge, the real challenge, the bosses. And unfortunately, what I've discovered from a lot of Souls-likes that I've played and seen is that they again, more importantly, I go back to the bosses. The bosses have to be memorable. Emphasis on the word memorable. Not forgettable, not just fucking your 100th boss fight, but an actual memorable experience getting to the boss, and then a memorable boss fight itself. What a lot of motherfuckers think, they just need to make like Black Muslim Kong, for example. They just need 100 bosses. Almost all forgettable, but if we add a bunch of bosses, that makes it a Souls-like, right? No! Or other games.
The bosses also have to match the mechanics of the game. There can be outliers like Malenia or Cuz.
Exactly, Manny. They have to match the mechanics of the game. You can have maybe one outlier, one or two outliers. For sure. But the bosses have to reward everything you've learned up to the point of that boss. Has to reward you for learning everything up to that point. Unfortunately, in a lot of Souls-likes, like Mortal Shell, for example, is my biggest example of this. The only lesson they learn.
But many of these Souls-likes tend to have overwhelming bosses that do not match the style gameplay.
Exactly, you beat me to it, Manny. A lot of these Souls-likes just make ridiculously hard enemies and bosses that feel more. It never feels fair when you're fighting them. It's not balanced. It never feels like. It doesn't feel like. It feels. Even though some battles are supposed to be an uphill battle because you're going against like a god or some shit, it feels like you're just being curb stomped. You get what I'm saying? Like the game itself doesn't want you to win. They did, Awen. You're right. Neo's another good example. Neo 1. Whereas Neo 2, it felt a lot more fair by the time you get to each boss.
At Mama Maple, please do not get me started on Neo.
Yeah, no, and that's what I mean, right? A lot of people who are trying to get in on this formula, right? Jake Hall, good to see you again. A lot of people that are trying to get in on trying to capture the fan base of Souls veterans, people who want more Souls likes and such. And there are a lot of games that fall into these categories. Only a few have actually stood out as, only a few, like a handful I can name right now, have understood the assignment. Hollow Knight, Lies of P, First Berserker Kazan, The Surge 2, and can't think of a fifth one off the top of my head right now. Sorry, I'm just kind of mind farted. But I had to. I started to write this shit down. But these are games. Oh, Bloodborne was great. Bloodborne was great, but it's a From Software game, so it's not in the. I'm talking about Souls likes, not the games, the OG titles by From Software. I'm talking about the games that are imitating them. You get what I'm saying, Louis V?
Death's Gambit is an honorable mention.
I never played that, man, but I'd like to. And when it's new features on TikTok, it's fucking weird. But whatever the case may be, that's what I mean. Is these people that are trying to imitate the original Souls formula, most of them have not understood the assignment. Most of them haven't. They don't make worlds worth remembering, characters to be interested in. Bingo, Kurashima. My overall point is that Souls games are meant to be immersive, but there's also consequences, and there's a decent challenge waiting for you at the end. But all these wannabes didn't understand the whole make a world that's worth immersing yourself in, characters whose stories are worth exploring, and it's so on and so forth. That's my overall point. It's like generic shit. I get it. Yeah, exactly, Louis V. They did not understand the assignment. They only understood. The only thing I've noticed from these Souls likes, at least the majority of them, the ones that aren't good, is that you're just supposed to have a bad time, right? You're just supposed to not have fun. It's just supposed to be hard, and you're supposed to overcome this hard gauntlet of bosses. Never mind about our world is completely uninteresting and bland. Never mind these bosses are stupidly difficult and not fun to fight. You came here to get your ass beat by the video game, so let me give it to you. And that's not that, and that is a gross misunderstanding of what makes these games good. Lies of Peace DLC is not balanced, and they're gonna balance it for sure. Like
progress and improvement in your character developing is also a big part of Souls games.
Bingo, Manny. It has to feel rewarding when you improve and develop and grow along with the game's difficulty. But a lot of them just, like Mortal Shell is my biggest example, because it just right out the gate is hard as shit. They're just beating the shit out of you, gank fights and just ganging up on you and all kinds of dumb shit right out the gate. It's not fun. It's just not fun. I was not having a good time. All I could think about was like, wow, this is really unfair. I just started. What the fuck is going on? And yes, when I would go back to what I was saying with regards to the Lies of P DLC, they're gonna tune it up. They're gonna, because they over-tuned it a bit. I do agree with some people out there who said it's like the enemies hit too hard. I agree with that. They overtuned it to because they expected people who played on their main characters to be like really high level, and they also listened to the criticisms that people said Lies of P is a little might be a little too easy. So they were like, all right, well we made something really fucking hard. So they're gonna balance it better, I'm sure. Ronald Dillon, I didn't like Mortal Shell either. Surge 2 is amazing, A-Win. I never played the first one, but Surge 2, it feels perfect. For what it is, it
I
feels
like
fucking
petting the
perfect.
cat and playing the lute in Mortal Shell.
I would have loved to have gotten to that part, Manny, but fuck! They sure as shit didn't want me to get to that part. There is Kurashima, but I won't be in it tonight. I just want to talk to y'all like this, play a little bit, and then go to bed. This shit is not pulling. What the hell? Thymesia is a little weird. Like, I want to like Thymesia, but it just feels like the poor man's Bloodborne. Like, mechanically, everything about it, and mechanically, stylistically, everything about it just feels cheap. You know what I mean? It feels cheap. Like, he needed to spend more time in the oven. Ejarm, all the people who shit on Dark Souls 2 are a bunch of fucking frauds. I love Dark Souls 2. It was not nearly as badly designed as everyone made it out to be. Yes, adaptability is a stupid concept, but I beat the game multiple times without ever putting a single point into adaptability. I had a great time. All the shit people were talking about Dark Souls 2 felt like hate bandwagony bullshit after I played it myself. I avoided the game for the longest time because of the shit people were talking about it until I played it myself and realized, yeah, a lot of people were full of shit. Cruising
Some of
Vibes,
the
good to
best
see
fight
you.
clubs were in Dark Souls 2.
Oh, goddamn right, Manny. I have not A-Win. What's that? I mean, A-Win, sorry. My bad. Sorry, y'all. I just felt like ranting tonight. I think more than anything, I will look it up, A-Win. I just felt like, I don't know, shooting the shit with y'all a bit. Ranting about some shit and just talking.
The Drake Keeper's Great AXE was my all-time favorite weapon in Dark Souls 2.
Mine was the Crypt Keeper sword, the big guts looking sword. Why is my shit not pulling? What the hell? There's plenty of tobacco in here. What the hell? Hey, yeah, Louis V. I'm chopping it up. Brandon, good evening. All right, time to clear the pipe. I'll clean it after stream. Fuck it. I don't need to smoke. I can wait. Or I can clean while talking. Since I know you like Souls
Rico,
games,
if
you
you get
tried...
Divinity Original Sin 2, do not recruit the elf lady named Sibyl.
I will get Divinity 2, and I will recruit her. You can't stop me.
That's gonna be my only tip for you.
I will recruit her. Johnny Moon, good evening. I need to play Blasphemous. I've never played any of them. I would like to. I've heard good things about it. Well, I've also heard it's hard as shit. Ejarm, I'm looking forward to... I was looking forward to the Liza P DLC. Here it is. Loving it. I'm looking
Oh
forward
man,
to...
Blasphemous is fun.
I'm
That
looking...
creator had a rough time with Christianity.
Oh, I heard, Manny. I heard. I'm looking forward to Wuchong Fallen Feathers, Phantom Blade Zero, some other game's name I can't fucking remember, but it looked really cool. And that's about it. I kind of... You know what's funny? Most of my gaming news or knowledge of new games or old games to play come from you guys, actually, believe it or not. Like, I do try to keep up with fucking gaming news and such, but I'm not really good at it. I kind of rely on you guys to keep me up to speed on new games and such, because I didn't know fuck all about, like, Expedition 33, for example, right? I'd heard about it from other people. Welcome back, Gene. I kind of rely on y'all to keep me up to speed on old and new games to play. Sincerely. And I appreciate y'all for that. I have my own laundry list of old games to play, but new games, whew, that's you guys. New games, you guys keep me up to speed on that. Oh, you should, Gene. You'd love it. At least I think you would.
At L00IEV, the Metroidvania game that's massively gory but astounding world building.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna play Blasphemous on stream. It's happening. It's happening, cuzzo. It's happening. Ah, you'll have a great time, Gene.
At L00IEV, it was heavily influenced by Christianity and all that.
Oh, you're not good at RPGs. Ah, you'll be alright. I believe in you. There's 3 difficulty settings, so you don't have to, like, play on the hardest or normal mode. Just play easy. You at least get the hang of it. They already nerfed her, Awen. They already nerfed the fuck out of my L. They already nerfed the fuck out of her one skill, for example, Stendhal. Because she was too fucking powerful. Gene, give yourself more credit, motherfucker. You'll be alright. Yeah, Stendhal was the end-all, be-all in that game. It did kind of ruin it, so I'm glad they nerfed the fuck out of it. Like, they found, once they realized that she was doing way too much damage, they nerfed the fuck out of her. I hope they gave Monoko a buff, because his damage did not keep up with everybody else's. Like, and same here, Ejarm. I want more Monster Hunter content. But I hope they gave Monoko a buff, because his damage didn't keep up with everybody else's. Everybody else was easily doing in the hundreds of thousands of damage, and Monoko, at least the way I built him, was... And I tried to build him right. He was not keeping up. Only like one of his skills could somewhat keep up. I'm sure we'll get that one day, Gene. They're good about exploring different cultures and incorporating stuff from other, continents and shit. But you gotta remember, still a fantasy game. They're still gonna be making shit up by and large. It did, Awen, it did. What do I look for in a main character? Well, that depends on what kind of game I'm playing. If it's a story-based game with an actual, like, defined protagonist, where the narrative is woven by that protagonist, then I look for, I don't know. I'm open to to just about any type of character, but I prefer ones that, um, like Geralt from The Witcher 3. I like him, like, a lot. And I don't mind playing Geralt over and over again. Because everything about him is cool, smooth. Debo, good to see you. Cool, smooth. Sometimes funny. But genuinely the type of guy I would be if in the decisions you have, you get the option to make while in his shoes are the type of decisions that I would make myself if I were in his shoes. And Louis V, thank you for stopping by and sticking around. You have a good night. Take care. I'm doing alright, Debo. Another night in the life. How about you? Pop and Lock, I want to get into For Honor. I'm just not that good at PvP games. I want to love For Honor, because it's such a cool game. But I'm not good at PvP, like, at all. Really, Ejarm? You really should give it another go. It's a great. Its narrative is phenomenal. Its gameplay is okay, but its narrative is where it really shines.
The eye is so tough in For Honor.
Everything is tough in For Honor. That game is just hard. I got you, cruising vibes.
Madam Stalker, is it you? Oh, the Stalker, the bounty blonde, but I don't know if you tell her.
No, Ghoul, I could not. And Pop and Lock, my day's been afternoon and evening's going well. Happy Father's Day, everybody. But I will be going to sleep soon. That's for damn sure. I will be going to sleep soon. I just wanted to hang with you guys before I went to bed. Oh, ow. I just wanted to hang with you guys for a little bit before I went to beddy bye. I do. I do, Pop and Lock, I do. How you liking it, Ghoul? Didn't you beat it already, or what's the word on that?
Parental tip, walk and talk to your kids about Star Wars lore or any fantasy story.
Oh, good to know it, Manny. Good to know. Awen, I've already beaten it once. I'm here to beat it one
Puts
more
them
time.
to sleep super quick.
I'm here to beat it one more time before the, I do, Debo. Jackson, good to see you. I'm here to beat the DLC one more time before they nerf the fuck out of it. Yes. I'm gonna beat this game one more fucking time before they nerf the ever-living shit out of it. Because they are gonna nerf this fucking DLC. Like, for sure. No question. Debo, the only people who can get access to text-to-speech are people who have subscribed to me on TikTok. Not just followed, but subscribed. I apologize. You have to be at least a tier 1 subscriber. Don't sweat it, Gene. I appreciate the consideration.
At We Love Gene currently, none of my daughters can make it through KOTOR 1.
Nah, Awen, I appreciate you. I appreciate your concern there, Awen, sincerely. But, yeah, if everyone subscribed, I gotta think of a better reason for some people to subscribe, because, yeah, if more than one person has text-to-speech, then it definitely does start to get a little aggravating when you hear it from multiple people. It actually does become a problem. So I gotta come up with better subscription rewards. Nah, Gene, we could, but I can't follow you while I'm multi-streaming. I got you, Awen. I'll come up with better rewards for subscribing to me sooner or later. Doesn't have to be text-to-speech. I want to give people a reason to actually subscribe to me, you know what I mean? I sincerely want people to subscribe. Zero, good to see you. Because money is nice. But I gotta come up with better reasons for you to do it. Thank you, Gene, but don't sweat it. Not really cruising vibes, not really my vibe. But you know what, everybody? I think I've dicked around enough, and I ranted to y'all for almost an hour. This it was fun. I really appreciate all y'all, okay? For those of you who can't, I appreciate that, Awen. I really do. But like I said, don't sweat it if you don't. I love having y'all here regardless. So happy Father's Day to all, and have a great night, alright? I'll see you all first